So somebody saw one of my videos and said, "Hey, you got to watch this movie over Netflix called Don't Look Up." It's a couple years older. I'd never seen it, so I figured I'd give it a shot. It was after I did this video about the book Lucifer's Hammer, and the whole channel and my whole point to doing these videos is to get people to read things or watch things or understand that there is entertainment out there that can help you think, and sort of inspire you to kind of question a few things or maybe spark some imaginative notes or just kind of get you out of your head a little bit more than normal. And a lot of entertainment these days sort of force feeds, some deep inner message, or it's just purely entertainment for entertainment's sake. It's a big giant CGI fest, which is great. There's a point to that. But the point to what I enjoy doing is things that actually make you think a little bit more. And this movie, Don't Look Up from 2021, really kind of surprised me. First off, it's a Netflix movie. It kind of stars everybody. I mean, just all kinds of people, and they're highly recognizable A-list actors. But the point to the movie is that somebody discovers a comet about to hit the Earth, much like in the book Lucifer's Hammer. The book is not derived from the movie. It just happens to use the same sort of thought or same sort of premise. And of course, the first thing that starts happening is nobody believes the scientists, right? Is it real? Is it fake? Did you make it up? Have you checked with the Ivy Leaguers? Have you, kind of thought about this political implications? So, of course, you take the scientists who discovered it, who know they're right. They've had 10 people check their work. They are exactly right. This comet's going to hit the Earth, and it's extinction level event. So they go see the president. President of the United States, played by Glenn Close, looks at him and goes, "Oh, you're 99% sure it's going to hit the Earth, so it's not 100." Right? So we're not 100. So call it 70. Don't say anything till after the midterms. No big deal, right? Well, of course, politics comes into play. So the scientists go public. That doesn't quite go as well as you would think in some cases. Jennifer Lawrence kind of does a little Jennifer Lawrence thing on a news show, and doesn't quite go her way. She becomes a meme, in fact, which is kind of funny. Leonardo DiCaprio has sort of a mental breakdown towards in the movie as well as people just aren't believing it. And part of the fun bits, and this is the part that really made me think, is did if something like that were to happen and there was a comet hurtling towards the Earth, guaranteed to hit us, and as a scientist, nobody ever says 100%, but let's say it's 99.95% certain that an extinction level event is going to hit us in 90 days. And scientists went out and said, yes, there would be a percentage of people who wouldn't believe it. There'd be a percentage of people who say, "Oh, you're the wrong political party." There'd be a percentage of people who'd be fake news. There'd be others who would absolutely believe it and go off the deep end. There would be a mix of reactions. And that's just sort of, life. That's just sort of the way people are. But the thing that got me about it was it became as much about a social media trend as it did about a comment, right? Oh, we have to look at what's trending. We have to see who's messaging better to talk about. It really was not necessarily a commentary on, hey, what happens about, this giant rock to come and hit us. It's much more commentary about us as a society and what it would look like if something like that was legitimately happening and, was legitimately coming at us. How would we react? And would we take a polling sample to see what happens first? Or would we be more concerned with the celebrity couple that just broke up instead of, well, that comment, who cares about that? That's 2 months out. No big deal. And then it becomes about, hey, can we take that comet because it has rare earth materials in it and use it for industry and we can make $30 trillion or something? Here's the trouble, and I've seen this kind of stuff as a scientist before too. People look at asteroids, they look at some of these things and go, hey, can we go up and do a capture mission? And legit people have thought about doing it, and you could probably kind of pull it off. Here's the problem with it. If you pull in a rock from space that has rare earth materials in it, and you estimate the value of that material to be some insane number of dollars because those materials are rare here on Earth, and you say, oh, look, it's got X numbers of tons of this material in it, and that material sells for X dollars, and you just multiply those two, that doesn't work because as soon as you flood the market with a lot more of it, the price comes down. So you don't have trillions of dollars worth of stuff in the rock. You have far, far, far less than that. And it's dangerous to start playing with space rocks. They're freaking huge, and gravity's a bummer. So if it kind of it makes impact, it ain't gonna go well. Anyway, the movie was a lot of fun. And it really does make you think, not necessarily about the dangers of giant space rocks so much, but about the dangers of just how not together we are as a group of people. And part of that, I think, comes about because number one, social media has distracted us all, and that happens. I get it. It's nice to have a distraction in life. I'm not trying to take that away from anybody. My point is, one of the things that it kind of brings up to my mind is, have we gotten to a point where news stories are always doom and gloom? Are they always the sky is falling? Always something's going to end. Every election cycle is it, this is democracy coming to an end if we don't vote this way. It's this is the end of whatever if we don't do that. Everything becomes a sky is falling issue. So when the sky is actually falling, would we pay attention, or would we just be like, so what? I hear that. Heard it before. Right. So to me, it was much more a commentary about the way where we're at as a society as it is about a giant rock falling from space. Either way, it's a lot of fun. It's on Netflix. It's free to watch. And it did kind of make me think about sort of that what would really happen if a giant rock was coming our way. So thank you to whoever it was that pointed this out to me. I can't remember, but it is fun. If you haven't seen it, check it out.